Well, good morning. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving week with family, friends, and just had a great time. Maybe even did some Black Friday shopping and starting to get ready for Christmas already. This morning, we're going to do a little bit of a Sunday morning recap. And so I just wanted to draw your attention to Philippians chapter number 1. This is where we studied this past Sunday at the journey. And I hope that if you are encouraged by what you hear in just this brief little video, that you'll go to our website, you'll go to our YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you can find our Sunday morning worship service and listen to the whole message because I think it's important for you. One of the things that we zeroed in on is that no matter what you're experiencing, God has you right where He wants you. It's not that you've somehow gotten into a place where God's going, well, you went someplace I don't want you to go, so I'm not going to go with you. God has you right where He wants you, and if you'll walk with Him, and if you'll continue to trust Him and love Him, He will help you through those difficult times, and He'll even make better circumstances for you out of the things that you've done to yourself. And so let's just keep that in mind as we read just one particular verse, verse number 12 in chapter number 1. And listen, let Him make good from your struggles. Okay, let Him do it. And listen, in verse number 12, listen to what it says. It says, but I would you should understand, brethren, that the things which have happened unto me have fallen out rather under the furtherance of the gospel. And so the Apostle Paul, he looked at this and he said, hey, whatever's happening in my life right now, it seemed like a problem, but it's actually turning into a great tool in God's hands to do the work that He sent me to do. And so imagine that your struggles are not just so you can struggle, your struggles are actually opening doors that you would never have open to you any other way. In fact, let me just kind of cruise through the points of the message for you. And so the first one was if you're patient, you'll see good things begin to happen. In verses 13 and 14, it's like it really is zeroed in on where you are is where Jesus needs to be heard. And so imagine that your circumstances are what they are because they open doors for you that wouldn't be open in any other way for you to share the love of Christ in those circumstances, good or bad. And then he also reminded us in verses 15 through 17 that not everyone responds to our personal struggles the same way. Some people tend to take advantage of us when we're down. It's like that kick you when you're down kind of thing. And others try to help us and encourage us by furthering our work. And so you'll know the difference between those two people when someone has to tear you down to build themselves up, you know that they're taking advantage of your circumstances. But if they just join forces with you and just keep working hard, they're trying to encourage you and to help you continue with your work. And then really what it comes down to is a decision. In verse number 18, we see that that the Apostle Paul made a decision that if Jesus is being preached, he's going to rejoice. So listen, if people don't necessarily respond to you correctly, but they preach the gospel, let them preach the gospel and rejoice in what is happening for them. If the gospel is being preached, that's really what we're about, and people getting saved. And so I want to encourage you, your circumstances are not just bad circumstances. They might be circumstances that have opened doors that'll help you do the work that God has for you in a way that you never imagined. I hope that helps. Enjoy a great start to your week.